Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris.
So talk us through your journey, you know, leading up to, is it Otero?
Yeah, so
Talk us through your journey leading up to there.
rocky, man, rocky journey for me still. So yeah, picked up basketball, played for like Northampton, like as you do. And a lot of players from Northampton were moving to go to Charnwood, innit? And I'm assuming that was just the flex at the time. And I was like, yeah, I want to go Charnwood. And then they were like, you kind of have to get recruited as such. And those times it was Mark Jarram, Andrew Sullivan, who were kind of the main icons of that. And then you have Jamel Anderson and Connor Washington. So it was like they were kind of running the whole program and stuff.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, like, I'm so dead at basketball to get like scouted to go to academy. And then, so I never got scouted. It was me and my boy Jamal, because we both were like kind of grew up together. So we both went for like a tryout open day. I've never been so nervous in my life. Yeah, like I was like a little fanboy. Like, oh, there's Connor Washington. Oh, there's Jamal Anderson, Andrew Sullivan.
I like this.
But like all my boys were there too, and like they were like either been there a year or they're going there. And I just remember playing, and all I was known for was, oh, that guy can play defense. Like that was just it. And that was like kind of my window to be like, okay, you can come to our academy. And I remember going home crying to my mum.
Yeah.
I remember, it was mad. I remember crying to my mum. I was like, Mum, I want to go move to Loughborough, like for A levels. Like, I want to go to America. Like, I want to play basketball. Like, this is what I want to do. Mum was like, knowing that I was dead at basketball. My mum knew I was dead at basketball. So she was like, are you sure this is something you want to do? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no. Like, I really, like, crying to my mum in her bedroom. Like, and I was just like, Mum, like, just, like, trust me on this one. Like, I'm not going to be a dancer. Like, let me, like, this is what I want to do. And she took the hit on me, thank God. And I moved to Loughborough. And then my first year, bro, I couldn't even make the EABL team.
Oh,
like,
snap.
Yeah, bro. Like, I didn't even make the EABL team. Because it was pretty strict, though. Like, even as it is now, like, it's pretty strict. Like, they always had a hierarchy, a pecking order of, like, who were the best players. And I was always that guy that was, like, last. As you would as a first year, like, okay. But I was just like, damn. Like,
these times we went in Loughborough was all, like, people like Reese and Jordan and that was there as well.
There was Josh McSwiggan.
Okay.
It was that era when I was there.
Okay.
I'm trying to think who else was there. See, I'm more of Charnwood, so it's Josh McSwiggan and them guys.
Okay.
And then I never made the EABL team until like late in my first year. Then second year I started to like break through. But I was in that court. Like you could ask anyone in Charnwood. Like, I hands down was the most hardworking person ever. Me and Jamal in there at 6 a.m. gym rat, bro. Like I didn't care. Like even got like the caretaker's number. Like I was like, I have to, because it was mad.
Anyone watching this is the most inspiring, one of the most inspiring stories I've heard. Take notes, man. Caretaker's number. That's a different level, man.
For real. Me and my boy Jamal Brownbill, we just grinded, and then second year I got a bit more trust, because you know how it is as a coach, is like you want to trust your players, but they could trust me that I would play defense. So I always would say, Mark Jarram, I was like, let me guard the best player on the court. Like I was just like, that's my only way that I knew that I was gonna get on the court, if I just like jumped in that role. So did that, and then I just think like a lot of people started to see me as a defender, and then I just became that guy. I was like, yeah, he can lock anyone up. And then the more trust I got, the more confidence I got, and then my offense started to click a little bit. Like my shot just became a thing. And then that's when I got recognition for England, and then like the GB under 18s and stuff.
Oh.
And that was my main goal. Like I had that. I think I had like a whole picture of the whole GB squad, and then I had a note saying I will be a Great Britain player, like in my room, like on my door. And I remember like always reading it before and after, like every day. And then when I got the call up for under 18s, that was with Carl Brown. That was like
Carl Brown,
that was
legendary,
like,
Carl Brown.
For real. And that was like my kind of like uplifting moment where I was like, yep, like this is me. Like I can do this, I can do this. And then that was when I was like, okay, now it's time for America. Boy, whole different game, like whole different game. Like I honestly didn't know how to go about it. But luckily Charnwood was such a good program that they kind of guide you through that process.
That whole process,
Yeah, but then it was like, as a young kid would, it's like, I'm either going Duke or I'm not going. Like,
so was Duke one of the places you had in mind of going?
Bro, I think I emailed Kentucky, Duke, Louisville. Like I emailed them thinking that I was like,
aim high, man. Definitely, man.
I never like I didn't really know how it worked. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't really know like what it was until now. Like, but at the time I was like, yeah, I'll go Duke, probably go for 2 years, and then probably just jump on like the Clippers or so. Like that was like in my head, like that was how it was supposed to go. But hit with the big reality check, like, okay, like you're not gonna go there, you need to go somewhere where you're gonna be effective. And
okay,
and then
true, if you don't ask, don't get.
And then I wasn't even supposed to go to Otero at the start. It was between Montana State and Delta State were my first two. And then I took my SATs really late because I didn't know where I was going, so I didn't take it. So I didn't revise that much. Didn't get enough SATs to go to Montana State and stuff. So then it was like late in the process, and I was like, damn, I gotta go JUCO. So Montana State coach Chris Haslam messaged Otero for me, and they loved me. And then I went to Otero, and blessing in disguise.
Was Otero Junior College then?
Yeah, but we were like number 10 in the country, went to the national tournament. All of our players, like it was like a D1 program in a JUCO. So it was definitely
then you transfer to is it Chaminade? Is it
Chaminade?
Chaminade. Chaminade. Was that a college afterwards? So you went to junior college, then the college, or was it still another junior
so
college?
I did my 2 years in junior college, then transferred to a 4-year school.
So what do you take from both of those experiences, man? The Otero and Chaminade or Chaminade.
One of my JUCO ex-teammates, Michael Sparks, is on here right now.
Michael Sparks.
Yeah, he was kind of like my older in junior college, so I'm glad that he's on here. Yeah, man, JUCOs make or break, and you hear it a lot, but it really is.
Oh, really?
I think because you have a bunch of kids that either were told they weren't good enough, didn't get the grades, or told that they were like needed more development.
Yeah.
And so when you get all that mixture in like a low income school, it just creates like a culture where it's hunger and grit and kind of but it can go one of two ways. It's like, let's all get it together, or I'm gonna go and get my own, you know? And you see that a lot in JUCOs. But
so was it a case for you lot at JUCO where it was like you all on the same page, like, you know what, we're all hungry?
Right, do you know what? Otero was a blessing because I seen other JUCOs and we were a family, but also knew our own goals. So I think it was very, I was definitely blessed throughout my whole college career to go to like good schools and like be coached by like good people and be around good people, which was a good thing. But Otero, man, like we're in the middle of nowhere, La Junta, Colorado. Like,
oh, really?
Like, in the middle of nowhere, and so there's nothing to do but play basketball. So all you have to do is work on your game, you know. All you have to do is be with your team. All you have to do is just find ways to get to a 4-year school, because it's hard to get recognized in JUCO because you're in such a big pool of people with a stereotype of how JUCO players are. Yeah, so
in the middle of nowhere, was there no KFC or nothing there about or something? Or
bro,
something?
no KFC nearby, G. There was like there's one place called Lucy's, and it was just like a burger van, but it was like burritos. But don't get twisted, it was fire. It was fire.
It was
like,
okay.
Yeah, 100%. So
okay.
But yeah, man, JUCO was tough, and I think it brought out the worst of me, which led to the best of me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get that.
So all my ego, all my pride, like I had to swallow that. Like I was very like entitled, because in my head I was like, okay, I know I should be here, but I'm here, so I know I'm better than where I should be. And so then
give you that motivation to say, you know what?
That got cut real quick. Went to JUCO. I was playing against guys like Michael, and there's loads of other guys that were just jumping out the gym, like just like everyone was defending like me. So I thought I was one of the best defenders, but two people were giving it back at me, and like I didn't know what to do. So I got checked real quick, and that's what made me go through a very rocky first year, because I was upset. I was like, damn, is this what I thought it was? Maybe America isn't for me. Like, shall I just go back home? And I went into such a deep mindset of questioning, like, what is my purpose? Like, why? Like, and obviously, like, I'm very spiritual, and like,
same.
Who's that? Orlan, right?
What's this guy? This guy's starting, man. Orlan Bay, man.
Tell it to get out. Yeah, I forgot where I was at because of OJ.
No, he's talking about just all your whole process through college, and you know.
Yeah, man. Like college
motivation.
Yeah, like Chaminade, beautiful. Hawaii, like it's what it looks like on Google, like 100%.
Wow. Near the beach.
Oh. Right, I would walk 10 minutes like straight, and I would be at Waikiki Beach. Like to even like think that that's like possible is crazy. And then that's where I was at, spiritual.
Same, I'm spiritual as well.
Yeah, man. Like I think going back on that, because that's actually a good point. I think like that moment in my first year in Ontario is when I really like kind of like understood God on a different way. I think it's when I was at my lowest where I kind of just seeked for him, you know? So
it's true.
That was something that helped me. But I feel like I had to go through that moment. I feel like that was a sign to be like, okay, like
it's a test as well. It's like it's a test as well. It's like, all right, you're in this situation, what are you gonna do here? And I've been in situations like that similar, so yeah, I get where you're coming from. So
yeah, so it was at my darkest moment where I really like. And I think I realized it, like it spoke to me. It was like, hey, if you want to be at this level, it's going to take a whole new Andre Arissol. And I had to work my head around that. And I was like, okay, I'm working hard now. But I'm not sure if I have another gear. But it wasn't like a gear as in like, okay, I got to add another gym session. It was more mentally, like reading, watching the game. Who am I like comparing myself to? Like, and that kind of insight is what made me a better player. And to be honest, that's what built my offensive game. And then Chaminade came. So
would you say that was the biggest challenge you took from that, biggest lesson as well, just how to challenge yourself mentally?
Yeah, 100%. I think my biggest challenge was, one, getting over myself. Like, it was kind of a mentality, like, nobody cares, Dre. Like, you had a bad game or you missed this game-winning shot, like, nobody actually cares. I would walk around school thinking everyone's like hating on me, but
it happens, like, isn't it?
You're thinking I'm playing pro. Yeah, like pro was always the goal from the get-go. Yeah, that was probably my biggest lesson, getting over myself and just understanding that you got to keep stepping it. You got to keep it stepping. Like you're going to go through ups and downs regardless.
I like that journey. So let's
everything Chris, everything Chris, everything Chris.